welcome the wonderful Lisa Hogan. So lovely to see you this afternoon, Lisa. How are things on the farm today?
Well, it's raining, so we're not harvesting, and otherwise it's all go.
And what's it like working alongside Jeremy? Is it fun?
Oh, you know, he's such a pussycat. Yeah. No, it is. It's busy. He works really hard. He has a lot to do the whole time. He loves working. So everyone else has to keep up.
But you're used to being on farms, though, aren't you, Lisa? Whereas Jeremy hasn't got as much experience. So is he learning a lot from you?
Yeah. He's very curious. And I would say that he asks people like Charlie and Caleb more than he would ask me. But yeah, I'm a bit of a land girl, I'd say. I do love being in the countryside.
I have to say, though, Lisa, having been there and seen the whole kind of operation, you're sort of downplaying your role a bit, because that little room you're in, you've got all the merchandise and stuff, and you've really been the driving force on that side. I know you've kind of in the background a bit on the TV bit, but you work like a dervish there.
I do. Well, I have a farm shop that has become incredibly popular, and I think people drive from all over the country to be there, and then they stand in a queue for hours, and they make really good friends when they're in the queue, which is lovely. But I just want to make sure it's fully stocked so that they're not disappointed when they do finally kind of get to say hi and come in the door.
But haven't you got an online thing as well?
Yeah, I've moved. This was my online studio, but the boys have taken it back to do their filming. So I am, I've moved to a bigger barn for an online. I've got a little mini Amazon.
Gonna need a bigger barn.
I need.
Yeah.
But Lisa,
it's really busy.
I'm such a fan. I haven't been to the farm shop, but it's on my list because I'm a massive fan. I haven't missed an episode of the show. And I want to know about Caleb. Is he going to get a spin-off show? Because I've just started following him online and he's got 500,000 followers already on Instagram.
I know. He is... I know. He's genuinely absolutely lovely, which I think is why he's become so popular.
Yeah.
I have got no idea about his spin-off show.
Is this the real him, though, that we're seeing on the show? Is he really like this in real life?
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
we all work together all the time anyway.
Yeah.
So when the cameras are on, it doesn't really make much difference because there's banter and there's work, and we're used to seeing each other every week, every day sometimes.
And So I was going to say, do you have a background in farming? Because you seem so natural compared to Jeremy.
Oh, good. I'm glad you say that. I grew up in Ireland, so it was. And Dublin, when I grew up, was pretty much countryside where we lived, and we used to spend every year in Cork and Kerry. So, and then I lived on a farm for many years before. So, yeah.
Right.
I'd say sorry, Naz. Go on.
Go on.
I was going to say, for me, the takeaway from the show is how hard farming is. How's it gone down? What's the reaction been with the farming community? Because I bet at first they thought, oh, they're just going to come and do this TV show and misrepresent us. But I think they've actually been pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, that's exactly what they thought. Especially the local farmers from around here just thought, it's just going to be a joke. But what we've realised is that it's appealed to all the farmers all around the world because they go through exactly the same thing, whether they're in Oxfordshire or England or Scotland or Australia or America. It's exactly the same situation. I mean, it's heartbreaking. Some years are absolutely devastating. And so I think that's come across. And then you have all the bureaucracy with the government, papers signing and everything else. And we're lucky enough to have Charlie, who is fantastic. But it's just relentless. And I think that goes globally around the world. If anyone has land, that's the issues they have to face.
We actually talk about this all the time, Jane. I wouldn't have watched the show if it hadn't been for Jane, and I too absolutely love it, and I'm in awe of the farming community. I was amazed. I didn't realise that Jeremy had COVID during the filming, and with these past health scares, you must have been so scared.
Oh, it was just awful. So my son brought it down for Christmas. And my son said, oh my God, I'm going to kill Jeremy Clarkson. And I said, well, some people. Well, thank you. But no, he was fine. He had a temperature for a couple of days, maybe a couple of hours, actually. And then he and my son sat in a little TV room, texting me for bolognese and for rosé and for beer while they watched all the football.
Because it was so funny, because it was one of Caleb's great lines, wasn't it? He said, oh, that'll get you. That'll finish you off. I always think when I watch it, as Jeremy's partner, you must love the fact that this guy's constantly putting him in his place. I howl
he's
with
very
laughter.
dry. He is. He's brilliant. He's lovely. He is. He's genuinely funny, and he has a lovely way of talking. And everything kind of ends in kind of like, you know. So he'll say something and then go, you know. So you have to go, I do. And he's just very engaging.
I wanted to ask...
You mentioned your son there and him bringing COVID down at Christmas, and actually, because you've got a blended family, haven't you? Because you guys have got three kids each. So one of the things that we've been talking about on the programme today is whether or not we feel as parents that we've got the responsibility to make sure that our kids get along. I mean, how's that journey been for you guys?
We went on our first holiday shortly, maybe about 8 months after we first met. And we went to a lovely, lovely villa in Mallorca. And I just thought, this is fantastic. And they had friends with them as well. And I thought, they will get on. And that's it, they will get on. And one of them was a bit shy starting off. And I went, right, in the pool, you, now. And that's what happened. She got in the pool and that was it. There was no more shyness and that wasn't allowed. But I'm an Irish mother, so I can be quite stern. And there's no room for shenanigans.
So you can be stern, but can you be sexy? Do you do sexy dances for old Jeremy?
Oh, well, if it's the cup final and Chelsea are playing and it's 15 minutes before the end, there's always the challenge of trying to get somebody's attention.
What a vision!
There is a reason we asked you, because I think we've got a video. Have we got video? Oh, no. I thought we had a video of you dancing.
That was, sometimes we go into a barn very similar like this, and we've had a couple of drinks, and Jeremy wants to play his music, so we have an old vinyl record player, and he will play his 1970s music, and I'll kind of start boogieing, and it's not meant to be sexy, it's just enjoying myself while I'm dancing. He's being my DJ.
I reckon we should go on like a group loose women trip to come and see you guys over at the farm. Well, Lisa, thanks so much. Oh, we definitely will. We'll get Jane to organise. That'll be Jane's next group outing. There we go. And yes, you can watch all the goings on the farm on Amazon Prime. So thanks so much for talking to us, Lisa, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, girls.
Bye. Bye.